Ubisoft launches the 5-year master plan to improve hiring less white people at its studios. The project will focus on racial, ethnic, and most importantly of all, cultural improvements. Do these people even think about what they are saying anymore? Or do the words just sound right and you have to put them on a paper? Like, what is a racial improvement? Like, do they take different races at the Ubisoft studios and they force them to have children with each other so that they can improve the heritage and the pedigree? No, seriously, like, look what they're saying. Look what they're saying. Racial improvement. What is that? What is an ethnic improvement? And what is the opposite? Like, racial disprovement, huh? And the 5-year plan. You know, this is a communist thing. Not kidding. Like, the Soviet Union coveted as it looked towards America. And they looked towards the capitalism and they wanted the wealth. They wanted, like, why can't we be rich like them? What do they have that we don't? You know what? In 5 years, we're going to have the Soviet master plan and we're going to central plan everything and we're going to be like America. And then China did the same towards the UK. They coveted the wealth that the British had. And the Chinese said, in 5 years, we're going to do that great leap forward and we're going to produce more steel than the UK. Didn't work, by the way, but I do have a question towards Ubisoft. It's 2022. Why aren't you diverse yet? Like, how much time do you need? You know, it's going to be 2654. Ubisoft still tries to diversify its studios. Like, at this point, just move your studios to China. They're going to be 100% diverse. I generally, do not understand. You have an army of diversity officers that you pay more money than I will see in my lifetime. Like, those people are being paid like royalty. They have more privilege than entire Romanian villages put together, and yet they still do not produce what you hire them for. Like, what more do you need? What more do you need? You know what's also interesting? Like, taking a step back from all of this, just like, think a little bit, right? Like, just take a little bit to think. We're in 2022, right? Like, we are in the new progressive era. We are building back better. And I'm curious, when are we going to hear a news about a video game company which actually talks about their product, and they're going to say Ubisoft plans to make a game that's going to blow your mind? Like, it's going to be such an amazing game. It's going to have beautiful graphics. It's going to have an amazing story. It's going to have some really nice features. Right? When are we going to hear about that? Like, a game company actually advertising their games. Because, like, here it's a game company advertising the butseks, advertising the pedigree and the heritage of people that work at the company. It's like, I don't care who works at your company. I genuinely hire Santa Claus if you want. Hire the Holy Spirit, the spooky ghost. Like, hire whomever you are. Just tell me about your games. Like, tell me about the product that you want me to buy. It's like, here's a shit product. It's like, well, I don't like it. Yes, but it's made by good people. It's made by the backs of the proletariat, tovarish. The proletariat worked hard to produce this garbage. Do you not support the proletariat? Yes, but I do not support Ubisoft if that's the case. I can just donate to the proletariat. I'm just noticing, you know, like, every single game that comes out, every single comic book that comes out, you don't hear about the interesting villains, the weapons, like the new game that comes. No, it's just like, oh, this character has been race swapped. Isn't it amazing? Oh, this character now has a brand new sexuality that the mankind has never seen before. And it's like so tiring. Japan doesn't do this shit. I want to support diversity. I just buy Japanese games at this point. And by the way, like, this is IGN, right? Like, it's not a far-right website. And just so you know, it's not just me that talks about this. Like, oh, the frat boy culture. Oh, the frat boy. You know what? Frat boy culture maybe can make an actual good game. Tell me what games Ubisoft made in recent years that you would recommend to your children. Like, that you would want to play again in 10 years. Like, name me the games that Ubisoft came up with recently that you're like, oh wow, these are such good games. I can see myself playing them in the future. I mean, they're amazing. I don't know. But it's the frat boy country. Like, everything they talk about is that they want to hire decent, virtuous people. But they don't talk about like how they're going to actually make some games for you. You know, like, you guys may be decent, virtuous people as well. Don't you deserve some good games? But anyway, as I was saying, this is IGN, right? It's not a far-right website. And look at what IGN is posting in the comment section. And by the way, this is why news articles do not have comment section anymore. Because they get roasted. They get the person writing these articles and the decisions of these companies that never get criticized by the press get roasted in the comment section. I, being a minority, I ask myself, do they not have people of different walks of life already working at their company? This is just weird to me, considering that you'd be under the impression that a company of this magnitude would already have a diverse work environment. How does this improve the quality of the fucking games? I am asking this, okay? And I didn't read the comment section. These are normal questions that the customer wants to know. It's like, look, if you have a car company and they stop making good cars, don't you want to know at one point, it's like, are you going to start making good cars again? Because I want to buy a car, but like, you guys, you just seem to make shit. They break down, they're not good cars. And the car company's like, oh no, like, we're focusing on hiring good people. Like, I don't care. Just tell me about the cars. The point of this charade is for public relations. They have to tread on eggshells because of the toxicity of social media, with people that will go after them with little to no consequences. This is an attempt to please a small group of people, mostly white degenerates, crying that people growing up with a different backgrounds is somehow inferior, so these minorities need white knights to hold their hands like a child. The irony is freaking ridiculous. These are comments on the IGN board. They're not comments on 4chan. They're not comments on the Discord server. No, they are on IGN. This is the first comment that I found. Diversify your games while you're at it. Would be great to get more story-heavy linear experiences, preferably with good writing, like they used to have in 2000s and early 2010s. In 5 years, if you can't make a decent game, you'll just have to let go all of those new hires. This would be a really good idea if people bought games based on how diverse the team was and not based on how good the game is. You should have made a 5-year plan to release better games. This is ridiculous, alright? People on the IGN boards, they're roasting. They're not on the Quarterings YouTube channel. IGN! This is IGN, okay? Like, maybe, just maybe, these companies can get a fucking hint. Like, that was such an amazing point, right? Like, you hire all these people who you're going to have to fire later if no one buys your games. Like, you need to start focusing on how to make a good product. Like, I understand the message. Yes, the American message. Oh, you need to promote it. How about you make at least 1 or 2 good games first that sell? And then the message. Yes, push the message. Yeah, the message that require pushing. Yeah, but like, first, the games. God, let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.